You don't enter a new reality by carrying your old self. You don't step into the unknown while holding on to everything familiar. And yet, this is exactly what most people try to do. They want a different life, but they want to remain the same person. They want new experiences, but they keep the same identity. They want transformation, but they are not willing to let go of who they have been. And that is why nothing truly changes. Now understand this deeply. If you want to experience something new, you have to become someone new. And to become someone new, you must first let go of who you currently are. Not physically, but internally, energetically, mentally, emotionally, because your current identity is not just a label. It is a pattern of thoughts, a pattern of emotions, a pattern of reactions repeated so many times that it feels like you. Now here is the challenge. If you keep thinking the same way, feeling the same way, reacting the same way, then even if your environment changes, you will recreate the same experience because your identity is projecting your reality. So if you truly want to step into the unknown, you cannot carry the known with you. You have to leave it behind. Now, what does that really mean? It means you have to move beyond your body, beyond your environment, beyond time. Now pause here. Because this is not just a concept. This is a practice. To move beyond your body means you stop identifying with your physical self, your name, your role, your history, your limitations, because all of that belong to the past. And if you keep holding on to it, you stay connected to the past. To move beyond your environment means you stop reacting to what is around you, the people, the situations, the conditions. Because as long as your attention is controlled by your environment, you are living by default, not by design. And to move beyond time means you will stop thinking in terms of past and future. You stop remembering what has already happened and you stop predicting what might happen. You simply become present. Now this is where everything shifts. Because when you are no longer focused on your body, your environment or time, you are no longer reinforcing your identity. You are no longer repeating your past. You are no longer projecting your limitations. You are simply aware. Now imagine this. For a few moments, you are not your name, you are not your role, you are not your problems, you are not your past, you are not even your thoughts. You are just awareness, floating in a vast, endless, black space. No form, no structure, no boundaries, just awareness. Now most people cannot stay here because the moment they try, their mind starts talking, thinking, analyzing, distracting. Because the mind is addicted to the known. It wants to go back to the familiar, back to identity, back to control. But if you stay, if you don't react, if you don't follow those thoughts, something begins to change. The noise reduces, the thinking slows down, the body relaxes, and you begin to feel something different. A sense of openness, a sense of expansion, a sense of detachment, and as if you are no longer limited by your body. Now this is the doorway to the quantum, because the quantum field cannot be experienced through your senses. You cannot see it, you cannot touch it, you cannot hear it, you cannot measure it. You can only be aware of it. And the only way to become aware of it is to move beyond your senses, to become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. Now understand this clearly. This is not about losing yourself. It is about going beyond yourself. Because the version of you that you think you are is limited. It is based on your past. It is based on your experiences. It is based on your conditioning. But beyond that, there is a deeper you, a more expansive you, a version of you that is not bound by history, not bound by identity even, not bound by limitation, and that version exists in the unknown. Now this is where the real work begins, because entering the unknown is not comfortable. It feels uncertain, it feels unfamiliar, it feels like you are losing control. And in a way, you are losing control over your old patterns, your old identity, your old way of being. And that is exactly what needs to happen, because as long as you are in control through your old self, you will keep creating the same life. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to sit in silence and just be? No phone, no distraction, no thinking, just awareness. What happens? Your mind starts racing. You feel restless, uncomfortable, even anxious. And within seconds, you reach for something, a distraction, a thought, a memory, because staying present feels difficult. But that discomfort is not a problem. It is a signal that you are stepping out of your old identity and into something new. Now this is the shift. Most people run away from that discomfort. But the moment you stay, you begin to break the pattern. You begin to disconnect from the old. And the longer you stay, the deeper you go into stillness, into silence, into awareness. And in that space, you are no longer reacting, you are no longer repeating, you are simply being. Now this is where you gain power, because in this state, you are no longer controlled by your past. You are no longer limited by your identity. You are no longer reacting to your environment. You are free. Free to choose, free to create, free to become. Now this is not something you do once. It is something you practice again and again and again. Every time you sit, every time you become aware, every time you bring your attention back, you strengthen this state. You make it more familiar, more natural, more accessible. And slowly, what once felt uncomfortable becomes your new normal. Now this is where everything changes. Because once you can enter this state at will, you are no longer dependent on your external world. You are no longer waiting for things to change. You are creating from within. And that is where true transformation begins. Not by changing your environment, not by forcing outcomes, but by changing your state of being, by becoming nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, in no time. And from that space, you step into the unknown, not with fear, but with awareness, not with doubt, but with possibility. And that is how you begin to create a different life from the inside out.